Hey, Whiskey Fancies, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kara.
Kara, what do we have today?
Today we have a new riff, but this is different because it is a sour mash single malt. Can you tell us a little bit about this special release?
It's a single malt.
Could you give us some more?
Okay, so it's American single malt. The only thing that I know,
For
really,
sure.
it's, I think it's like 7-8 years blend old, something like that.
7 years at least.
Okay, at least 7. Yeah, there's a range. But they have 6 different single malts, and they only use 5 for each vatting. So we have no clue which 5 of the 6 are in there.
Yeah, and I believe this comes in at 56.9. There's a multitude of cask types. This is fall release of 2023, and they release several releases a year, and I think there's supposed to continue that as next year. I think there's one special cask that might be in this that's unavailable for future releases. Is the Portuguese wine barrel.
I wasn't sure, so I couldn't see anything on the website as
I
information.
I heard it in an interview. So let's jump into the nose because it smells really good.
Oh.
I smell deep, dark brown sugar.
That's what I was just going to say. I was like, what? Okay, now, I'm going to preface this.
Okay.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I always say preface. I had to double check.
It's preface. Yeah, you're right.
Like, I say things how my mind reads things. So, this was a brand new bottle pop. We let it sit in the glass for a little bit, but we had little coins on it. So, I know when I first opened it, I was like, oh, that's going to be crafty.
It's chilled out.
So that whole story, it was like...
Yeah, we let it sit. We let it sit because we wanted to give it a fair chance.
Now it's like, oh, yeah.
I still get the coffee note. But but now it's predominantly brown sugar with coffee right underneath it.
I know it's a single malt, but it almost smells like it could be a bourbon.
Or something finished or something.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's got almost... Is there a smokiness to it? Like your barbecuing smoke, not like heat smoke.
Maybe somebody has a fireplace on a block or two away. I don't smell a lot.
Fireplaces here? Okay.
Oh, it smells so good though. It smells dark and deep and rich. It reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on it. I think the best thing to do is to jump right into the palate. Let's do it. Cheers. I am not understanding. This is really tricky, and it's very concentrated in flavor. Like, I almost want to put water in here. Oh, it's like melon skin.
Something.
This
was like, it's not like vegetable like some things can be, but I had a squash skin. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're talking about. You know how like cucumbers have a fresh flavor?
Yeah.
It's like
fresh flavor and heartburn.
Yeah. Well, this is okay. I need to go back.
It's almost smelling like root beer now. Like root beer syrup. Concentrated. That's weird.
So sweet.
Mm-hmm.
A little earthy. Woody.
This is different. I still kind of want to say this is not...
This is a different single malt. It's heavy on that malty...
On the finish... It's almost like I drank like a hazy IPA and it was very hoppy. Right now. Do you get that? You're still drinking
It's still in my mouth.
Like, you know when you drink like a hazy IPA and it's not like a juicy one, and then like after a little bit you're like, I can still taste that. That's like a
bitter,
but like a hoppiness.
The hoppy note.
It's weird.
Yeah, that it sticks around.
Yeah.
None of the notes in here are bad. They're just like one right after another, and I gotta go back because this is so much darker. I'm guessing they're aging in a new oak barrel just by the color and the flavor.
There's something on here that makes me wonder if it has one of I think they have one peated mash in there.
This is a puzzler. This is a very complex whiskey.
I like it though.
That's not a beginner whiskey. I would love to put water in it.
But I don't know. It's not drinking to me like a typical single malt, an American single malt. It's not.
It's sweeter.
It's
not as funky.
Yes.
It's not crafty.
No.
It's a different...
It almost has like a cedar wood on it.
The oak presence. That's why I said I think it's a new charred oak, and that's why I think you're getting that smell, like almost smoky. I don't know if that's the peated malt. I think it's the charred barrel actually, and
there's something
because
smoky on it.
The malty finish is sweet. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Oh, I was talking to myself. I apologize. Keep talking. I was like, it has a smokiness to it, but not like a peat smoky. That's why I was like,
my pour is almost gone.
It's almost like raw leaves.
It's definitely like a fall time. It's a fall or winter whiskey in my opinion.
Yeah, like if you were somewhere where it rained and you had like leaves that fell to the ground and they were colorful, like we don't have here, and they would be like wet, and then you would put that in your mouth.
Yep.
Like every person would do. Sure.
I definitely agree. It's
like
very outdoorsy, foliage, earthiness.
I like it.
It's really good. It's so close to a unusual craft finished bourbon that's surprising. That malt is so sweet, and it leans more heavily towards, like, if you told me this was bourbon and not a malt, I would believe you.
Oh yeah,
I would think that's a weird crafty. That's a weird craft style bourbon, and the reason why I say craft is this does not taste like your run of the mill traditional Kentucky distilleries.
Yeah, but if somebody told you that, you'd believe them.
I would believe that it was bourbon, but I wouldn't believe that it was like a legacy distillery. So this is a puzzler. I think it's if you're into new experiences in whiskey, I think this is easily a pickup, just because it's a little bit challenging, a little bit different. None of the notes in here are off-putting at all. No. So I think it's a very interesting experiment.
And it's very complex. You can just keep drinking it. I keep going back to it, and I'm like, there's other things in here. And it's just like, wait a minute. I thought I tasted this before. Oh, wait, now it's this. Like, I'm trying to find, even though this is weird to say this, those squash skins, I'm not...
It's gone,
It's gone. It's
just, I know what you're talking about.
I'm like, and now it's like wet foliage leaves. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think this is definitely a whiskey you sit down with, drink it over a longer period of time, maybe add some water, let it open up, come back to it. This is definitely not a beginner pour. This is a very interesting whiskey.
And it's 56.9% and it doesn't drink like it.
No, you can keep drinking it. My pour is almost gone, but it just keeps on evolving in the glass.
This nose is just getting better and better.
So we would love to hear your thoughts about what you think of New Riff, some of their experimental releases, their creativity in what they are putting in their casks. Give us a comment below while you're down there. Hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel.
Tickle our fancies.
If you like what we're doing here on the Whiskey Fancies, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and you'll be notified when the next video is available. Well,
I like this.
I really fancy this whiskey.
Me too. Look, it's even in gold writing, so it's just like
it has to be good. Black and gold. Yeah. It's always
black and yellow.
That's right. Sophistication. Well, I don't know about you, but I fancy this whiskey.
Cheers.